You're welcome to Women's Voice. We are treating breast cancer early detection, does it? And we have been joined by a survivor of breast cancer, Ruth Adjorlolo. Auntie Ruth, you're welcome to Women's Voice. It's good to have you.
Thank
And you're
you,
looking so
Pascaline.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you were diagnosed with breast cancer, and you would want to take us through the journey. How did it start? Did you also have symptoms or some signs and all that? Just take us through your journey.
Okay, before then, let me say hello to your viewers. It hasn't been an easy journey. It started on the 24th of January. Actually, the previous Sunday, which was 23rd, I went to a friend's funeral. She died of breast cancer. So when I went, I was talking to the elder brother, asking him what actually happened. And he said, oh, she didn't tell them she had breast cancer until the last stage. In fact, the way he described the thing, I got scared. So the following day, which was Monday, I called a friend of mine who is a doctor. Then he said, oh, I should come to the hospital. So I said, okay, I'll make it the following day, Tuesday, 26th of January. So I went. When I went, he examined me and felt something. Meanwhile, I never felt anything. No fluid coming from my breast. No,
You didn't feel any lump in your breast?
Nothing.
So it was curiosity that sent you to the hospital?
I'm telling you, I was so scared. So when he said, oh, he's seen something there, I should go for CT scan. So I went for CT scan. And my sister, the images that was shown to me, I had one big one up, 3 down, and 1 in the armpit, meaning I was entering the 4th stage. So immediately he called an oncologist and asked me to go and see him at the Ghana Sweden Cancer Center. So I went there, and the doctor saw me, and he too asked me to go for CT scan. I went. After that, he recommended me to do a biopsy. I did the biopsy, and it came out that the lumps was, cancerous. So he said, my dear lady, we have to go through an aggressive treatment.
Because you were entering to the stage 4.
In fact,
that was
I
very
sat there
critical.
and I was just crying like a baby. I thought that was the end of my life. It was a humbling experience. So he said, oh, but this thing is just fat. So I said, okay, doctor, please remove it. They said, oh, you don't do it like that. You have to go through processes ahead. So he said, oh, I'll go through 6 sections of chemotherapy. And the chemo will stop the growth of the cells and then shrink what was there. So I went through the chemo
6 sessions of chemo.
It wasn't an easy thing. When you saw me, I became black. My nails, my hand, you can even see the blood.
The signs of,
became black. Oh, anytime my brother comes to my room, you'll be crying. Chemotherapy, I will not wish it for my worst enemy.
So after every session, so this is how you feel after every session?
After every session.
Virtually broken.
Until you go for another one before you'll be all right.
Okay.
And you take 3 weeks intervals. So I went through the 6 sections, and then after another 3 weeks, I went for the surgery. And actually, it was only 1 breast that was diseased. But I told the doctor that, look, at my age, I don't need any breast, so please take off the 2.
That's beautiful.
He said, are you sure? I said, yes. He said, hey, lady, you are bold. I said, yes. And in fact, before then, they took me to counseling. It hasn't been an easy... They took me to counseling, and I prepared my mind And I told myself that, look, I'm going to fight this. I'll fight it.
Yes.
And good. With the help of God, I fought it. I always told God that, look, you are mighty. Hold me with your powerful hands because I am weak. And God saw me through.
So you've gone through 6 sessions of chemotherapy. You've gone through surgery to take off the two breasts.
After that, I went for radiotherapy. The radiotherapy was done to the diseased where the cells were found. Exactly. The place was marked, and then I was put in a machine, and then they will put the heat on you, like they've put you in an oven. But you will not feel it. But after that, maybe when you come home, it's just about some 15 minutes, procedure. When you come home in the evening, my sister, the pain. So that's
been the journey for you.
It's been a very expensive too.
Yes.
I ended up spending almost 200,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh.
And if you permit me to say thank you to certain people.
Yes, why not? Because people do not have this opportunity. Exactly. And we're losing our women because they can't afford the treatment.
They can't afford the treatment. Yeah. And I will advise every woman, not only from 40, because when you go to the cancer center, you see younger ladies, ladies with babies.
Yes.
20, 24, 25, 26 onwards. So it's not only, it's not only for 40 and above.
Yes.
So every woman, whether it's in October, November, if I had waited till October, my sister, I will not be sitting here talking to you. It hasn't been an easy journey. And I am very grateful to Ibrahim Mahama. Ibrahim Mahama helped me a lot because I didn't know where I was going to get the money from. The chemo alone was almost 40,000. Ibrahim and a friend of mine called Kwesin Ketia, he also supported me, Larry Jage, and my schoolmates, Anglo Secondary School and Seco 79-year group. Oh, they did a lot. And AUCC, 20... I've forgotten the time I completed school. But they know. I think,
AUCC.
They also helped. They helped. Angela Kote, Entriwa, Dinah, Mama V, the one at Joy FM, Portia, Solomon, all those ladies, they did a lot
to help you.
And my children too. And my family, especially Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley. After surgery, they took me to their home. And so I'm still there. And with this, you need a positive vibration. You need people, surround people with positive mind. You see?
To encourage you. Exactly. So let me ask you, when you went to the hospital and you were told this, I'm sure you didn't keep it to yourself. How did family receive the news of your siblings? You said when, and for you watching out there, this is Kofi, our popular actor, Ruth Adjorlolo's sister. And so you said Kofi would weep anytime he comes to them. How did you break the news to them anyway?
In fact, at first, I didn't want to. But upon second thought, I said, no, this is a very big thing. If I don't tell them and I go and something happens to me, people will be talking. So I called him one dawn. We live in the same house. I called him one dawn and I told him. He was confused. He broke down completely. He broke down
because there's this the ideal, I don't know what to call it, that we all have about breast cancer, that it is a death sentence.
It has to cease because in fact, if you are diagnosed and you go according to the doctor's plan, you will survive it. But if you keep it to yourself, fear, you put some fear in you, and that thing doesn't like fear.
Exactly.
It doesn't like fear. You have to be courageous. hold to fight
It
it.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So you would, I mean, you had a lot of love from family and friends who were around you, and that also encouraged the process and encouraged you to fight on, to live for something. Because of course, if you had all these people showing you so much love just so you live, why not? You didn't have any reason to give up. There was no little chance for you to give up. Auntie Ruth, it's exciting to have you, and she's a former colleague.
Let me
she's a
add
former
this.
colleague. Yeah.
And the doctor, Dr. Edusa of Ghana Sweden Cancer Center, after the surgery, he said, "Oh, congratulations." So I asked him, "Doc, why are you congratulating me?" He said, "Oh, not every woman who comes here,
goes through the
because
process.
some come and then they run away. Some go for other treatments like herbal and things. So, please, ladies, it's very, very important to go the medical way. Maybe you can add the herbal, because when I was doing the chemotherapy, I was taking hyssop, soursop tea, soursop tea, and then potatoes. Potatoes, I'll blend it, the purple one. I'll blend it with raw yogurt, and then I'll drink. But one thing that stops cancer cells is sugar.
Yes.
Sugar. And then vitamin C is very good. Vitamin C keeps the cells away. Yeah.
So, Auntie Ruth, like I mentioned earlier, it's a former colleague here at GBC, and anyone who knows her knows that she loves her life. Adjolistic Adjor, that is how we call her. But Auntie Ruth, knowing you and how you love your life and love enjoyment, would you say that this has changed your lifestyle a bit?
It has.
What has been the impact?
It has, because I love my beer. My 31 beer, the Anwani Club. I love my club beer. But my sister, now when I see beer, I just smile. And where I am, Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley, they always have
They
beer.
stock up their fridge with and you
beer.
pretend you're not seeing.
You know something? Before then, anytime I go there, the beer is finished. By the time I'll leave the house, I'll consume everything before I leave. But now,
this time,
you don't even want to look at it.
You don't even want to look at it.
No, at all. No alcohol.
Yeah, which is good.
Because I love
prevention is better than cure.
I love my life.
Yeah, so that has been the story of Ruth Adjorlolo, who has survived breast cancer. And so it is possible to survive. She was almost entering stage 4, but yet see her, she's gone through chemo, she's gone through surgery, she's gone through radiotherapy, and she's still looking fine. But along the line, you lost your hair.
Yes, during the chemotherapy sections. The doctor told me, but I didn't take it serious. I thought, But the first chemo I had, the following day, I saw that portion of my hair just came off on my pillow. I was like, wow, is this real? So immediately I called my son, Patrick, please drive me to the barbering, to go and have
take everything off.
Because my hair just was, and it was horrible. When you see me, you think I'm some old witch. Hey! So I had to go to the barbering shop to crop everything. It's now coming, thank God.
So after the treatment and surgery, the hair comes
after
back
the
normal. It doesn't fall off again.
The hair comes back, and the blackness, in the
or the effect.
And my teeth, discolored and melted.
Okay.
Yes. Every morning when I wake up, I see the whitish thing, from my mouth. Then you will see the front one. So this one, so I'm looking for money to go and fix everything. After
the most important thing is that you've gone through treatment,
and I'm grateful to God.
And you're fine. So now you're fine. You do not really feel any weakness? Do you feel any weakness in your system? Do you
I
feel
don't.
unwell?
No, I don't. But the only thing is the radiation is still having effect on me.
you. Okay.
And the doctor told me that it will take some time, at least 3 months before it goes off. But I've been put on a medication, and the medication too is expensive. 1 month subscription is 2,640 cedis.
For the medication, just one medication.
So I think I'll plead to the government, to set up some fund for cancer patients, because it's very expensive.
It's expensive, and that breaks my heart, because
very
expensive. Just chemo alone is over 40,000. How many people can afford that?
Very, very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. In fact, the money I haven't seen in my life before. When I had this cancer, I started seeing it. Because people keep donating into my account, just for my treatment. Otherwise, I would have been gone by now, and I'll not be sitting here for you to be
talking to you, talking to Adjorlistic Adjor. But Auntie Ruth, do you have plans of doing some plastic surgery to fill to get some silicone breast on?
No, don't bring that. The first time I went to the hospital, the cancer center, I met a young lady about 32 years. And she also gave me encouragement. She did hers 5 years ago. And she told me that a friend advised her to go to Kumasi to go and do reconstruction. And she did it, and she had problem. So she had to come back, for another surgery. But my sister, I'm getting to my mid-60s. What do I need breasts for? And maybe your boy will come and suck it.
So you're proud. You're proudly owning this with your full chest. Your breast is off and you're displaying it. You're not putting anything there, just to make up for it, and that's good. We're proud of you, Auntie Ruth, and we're happy that you've been able to go through this harrowing experience. You can tell this certainly a story of resilience. A story of resilience, and we're happy you've been able to go through. But Eva, let me. You are a midwife, and I'm sure you've had a lot of stories and all. This whole thing of people going to the prayer camps when they are diagnosed of breast cancer. What is this whole thing?
Please, as for that, I think everybody have to stop. Mostly, churches are for a different thing. Even though we do believe in miracles and other stuff, but in cases like this, we the health workers, we know we don't buy the church stuffs. So you need to come to the hospital so we can detect it early for you to start the treatment. So I'm very happy that Mommy has given her her experience. And as she's talking, the chemo itself on its own is a deadly something. It's not easy because the drug is very heavy, and then the way in the manner your body will become and other stuff, it isn't good. So going to church to pray and then believing that God, fine, you can pray on your own.
Pray, but you need to go to the hospital,
but you don't have to depend on them. And then mostly maybe pastors who sells medications or other stuff in the church, oil and then
that they sell,
tonics and other things, believing that when you take in those medications, it's going to make the cancer disappear. Please, it isn't true.
At any point in time, did you get anyone advising you to go to church and go and somewhere?
A lot. You get a call and they will tell you, "Oh, Ruth, I've heard that you have this thing. Oh, there's this church. They sell things they call moja. You drink it."
Yes.
Say, hey, my mother was a nurse midwife, and she was more than a doctor.
Yeah.
She owned her own clinic, even herbal clinic. I never took some until I came to Accra. Because my house, we don't know anything about, Yesu Moja, anything.
Okay, Auntie Ruth, hold your thoughts. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
So I'm calling from.
Hello, we are losing you.
I'm calling from Takradi.
Okay, let's hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. We thank God for the life of
Yes.
Ruth Adjorlolo. Nice. I mean, the later I will contribute to this program. It's time for the government. Hello.
Yeah, we are listening. We are listening.
Uh-huh. To be able to set up a fund to help these cancer people. And then also, I think the Ministry of Education should find a portion somewhere in some of our habits to be able to start teaching women at an early age of the awareness of the breast cancer. I think it is doing a very big harm to women. And if you do it like that, it will help. And our churches also, the pastor should not always teach about this survivor and this thing. The time they have to see such things that are foreign the society. They should just get in touch and then also try to find a way to help. I
Okay.
think that is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that contribution to the program. So time is fast spent. I would like to take your final thoughts before we leave here. I'll start with you, Auntie Ruth.
Oh, okay. My final thought is every woman, don't wait till October. Just walk in and have your breast checked. It's very important because this thing can be on you. You'll be walking around with it and you'll not feel anything. Because in my case, I never felt anything. No discoloration of the breast, no,
Visible
Signs.
lumps.
coming
Yeah.
out. Even the lumps, I didn't feel it. You see? So it's very important for ladies to go and check, even men.
Yeah, even
Well,
men,
when you
yeah.
go to the
Yeah.
cancer center, my sister, it's
It's
horrible.
pathetic.
It's horrible.
Okay, Eva.
Okay, so what I also tell the public is that everybody should get screened because early detection saves lives. That is why we are always trying to be on our post to talk or educate everybody on it. So please kindly get screened, especially even though it's expensive. Now, as I said earlier on, we are in the month of October. Walk into any health facility and get screened. Thank you very much.
Well, they've shared their thoughts with you. We've been treating breast cancer and telling you that early detection does it. To think that about 4,000 women are diagnosed of breast cancer annually, and out of this number, 70% are only diagnosed at advanced stages of this disease. Says a lot. Is the reason we're losing a lot of women to this disease, and it's not a death sentence. If it's detected early, you can live as long as you want. You have seen Auntie Ruth, she was almost slumping into a fourth stage, but here she shared a story. If you're not encouraged by her story, I do not know. And I think that the churches must also help in this regard. If you have members that are going through this, it's so expensive to treat, and we need everyone to come together just so we have a lot of survivors to share their stories with us. And so my guest in the studio, Madam Ruth Adjorlolo, she is a survivor and a story of a resilient woman who told herself that she was going to fight this disease, and she's done it. And I also have Eva Fossa. She's midwifery officer, Gais Municipal Hospital. And earlier, I had Hajia Nazifa Tushira. She's health promotion officer, Gais Municipal Hospital. And so we are back same time on Wednesday. I'll see you. My name is Pascaline Adadevo. Bye-bye.